You know, I hear it all the time from folks over 60. I just don't feel like myself anymore. My energy's gone, my joints ache, and I swear I was sharper just a few years ago. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be that way. The truth is, many of us are aging faster than we should simply because of a few common mistakes, habits we don't even realize are working against us. But the good news, once you know what they are, you can stop them today and start feeling stronger, sharper, and more vibrant. So let's talk about the 6 biggest mistakes that might be speeding up your aging process and, most importantly, how to fix them. Mistake number 1. Skipping strength training. Now, I get it, when you think of exercise, you might picture running or long walks, and those are great. But if you're only doing cardio and ignoring strength training, you're missing a huge piece of the puzzle. After 60, we naturally lose muscle mass about 3 to 5% per decade, and that leads to weakness, slower metabolism, and even a higher risk of falls. But here's the exciting part. You can rebuild muscle at any age. You don't need heavy weights, just simple resistance bands, body weight exercises, or even lifting light dumbbells a few times a week can make a massive difference. Mistake number 2, not drinking enough water. This one sneaks up on so many of us. As we get older, our sense of thirst weakens, and before we know it, we're dehydrated. And dehydration doesn't just make you tired. It can lead to headaches, joint pain, and even confusion. A good rule of thumb, take your body weight in pounds, divide it by 2, and that's roughly how many ounces of water you should aim for daily. So if you weigh 160 pounds, try for 80 ounces, about 10 cups of water a day. And no, coffee doesn't count. In fact, it can dehydrate you more. Now, these are just the first 2 mistakes, but already, fixing them can help you feel years younger. And in just a moment, we'll dive into the next 2 big ones that might be holding you back. You know what's interesting? A lot of us think we're doing the right things for our health, eating our veggies, going for walks, trying to stay active. But sometimes, the habits we think are helping might actually be working against us. That brings us to the next 2 mistakes, ones that might surprise you. Mistake number 3, eating too little protein. If you're like most seniors, you probably grew up thinking meat and eggs were unhealthy, or maybe you just don't have much appetite for them anymore. But here's the problem: after 60, your body needs more protein, not less. Protein is what keeps your muscles strong, your immune system sharp, and even your skin looking healthy. But if you're only eating small portions of chicken or skipping eggs because of old cholesterol fears, you could be losing muscle without even realizing it. So what's the fix? Try adding at least 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. That could be eggs for breakfast, Greek yogurt as a snack, or fish or beans at dinner. And if chewing meat is tough, no problem, blend a protein shake. Try softer options like cottage cheese, or even stir collagen powder into your coffee. Mistake number 4, staying indoors too much. This one's a silent culprit. Maybe you've stopped going out as much because driving feels stressful, or you just prefer the comfort of home. But here's what happens when we don't get outside enough. First, your vitamin D levels drop, and low vitamin D is linked to weaker bones, fatigue, and even depression. Second, your circadian rhythm gets thrown off, making it harder to sleep at night. And third, you miss out on little but powerful mood boosters: sunlight, fresh air, and even casual chats with neighbors. The solution, even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes a day, step outside. Walk to your mailbox, sit on the porch with your morning coffee, or stroll around the block. And if mobility is an issue, open the windows wide, sit near natural light, or try a vitamin D supplement, but check with your doctor first. Now, these 2 mistakes, skimping on protein and missing out on sunlight, might seem small, but fixing them can have a huge impact on how young you feel. And in just a moment, we'll cover the last 2 mistakes, ones that might be the most surprising of all. Now, we've covered some big mistakes so far: skipping strength training, not drinking enough water, skimping on protein, and staying indoors too much. But these next 2, they're the ones that often slip under the radar, quietly making us feel older than we really are. Mistake number 5, neglecting your social connections. Here's something fascinating. Research shows that loneliness can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Let that sink in. When we stop making time for friends, family, or even casual social interactions, it doesn't just leave us feeling isolated, it can actually weaken our immune system, increase inflammation, and even speed up cognitive decline. But here's the good news. Reconnecting doesn't have to be hard. You don't need a packed social calendar, just a few meaningful interactions each week. Call an old friend while you sip your morning coffee. Join a book club at the local library. Even chatting with your grocery store cashier counts. The key is to make it easy and enjoyable, not another chore on your to-do list. Mistake number 6. Believing it's too late to change. This might be the most dangerous mistake of all, the belief that after a certain age, you're too old to improve your health. Maybe you think, what's the point now? Or I've lived this long doing things my way. But here's the truth. Your body is always capable of healing and adapting, no matter your age. I've seen 80-year-olds regain their balance with simple exercises. I've met seniors in their 70s who reverse prediabetes by tweaking their diet. The science is clear. It's never too late to make changes that help you feel stronger, sharper, and more vibrant. So what's the takeaway from all this? Aging isn't about decline, it's about choices. Every single day, you have the power to choose habits that either speed up aging or slow it down. And the best part, you don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Just pick one of these mistakes to work on this week. Maybe it's drinking more water, calling a friend, or adding protein to your meals. Small steps lead to big changes. I'd love to hear from you which of these mistakes resonated most. Have you already fixed one of them and noticed a difference? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on living your best life after 60. Remember, age is just a number, but how you feel is up to you. Here's to making the rest of your years your best years. Cheers.